So it's finally happened again. In some parts of the UK, we are entering another phase of living restrictions. For the next 2 weeks, some of us will have our movements restricted, and also some retail and hospitality businesses will have to close. For some students, there'll be no face-to-face classes for the next 2 weeks. In this video, I just want to give my thoughts on how I'm going to approach the next 2 weeks, which will be another challenging period. Hi everyone, my name's Sunny and welcome to my maths adventure. I really appreciate if you can hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps support the growth of my channel for the future and ensure I get that dose of weekly motivation. Thank you. So here we go again, another period of restriction of movement and the closure of businesses in certain sectors. For those of us who are currently studying in school, that means no face-to-face classes for the next 2 weeks. Luckily here in Wales and other parts of the UK, this announcement by the government won't detrimentally impact us that much, as the announcement by the government coincides with the half-term break this week anyway. After the short break, lessons will resume online, similar to my first 2 lessons that I had at the beginning of the academic year. This time round, I'm more prepared to deal with online lessons and know what to expect. Now, you may be in a similar position as me, well prepared for the next batch of online lessons. However, I know that there are some students who are dealing with this period of uncertainty around their education, who are having their health negatively impacted. That's why it's so important that you keep motivated during the next 2 weeks and ensure that you look after your mental and physical health and well-being. So you want to maintain some sort of rhythm and consistency in your routine so you don't fall into bad habits. And one of those bad habits is not studying mathematics. Personally, I know I need to keep on top of my studies for the next 2 weeks. I've been given 5 pieces of homework which include topics such as functions, addition formulae, modulus, inverse functions and binomial expansion. In addition to all that, I also need to hand in some half-term essential homework, which is also a lot of work to do. Notwithstanding the fact that I need to keep on top of my A-level further maths self-study and making YouTube videos for you guys. So I know it's important for me, and this piece of advice to you is to keep on top of your math studies during the next 2 weeks, because we are approaching a very important period after this half-term break. So after this 2-week break, we lead into the festive Christmas period, which leads to the end of the year and the end of the term, which traditionally in mathematics means that you should have finished all your pure modules. And then after Christmas, you lead on to the mechanics and also the statistics modules if you're studying normal A-level mathematics. So keep making sure that you're planning your math studies effectively alongside with your other commitments. You don't want to start falling behind in the next 2 weeks, as the next term leads up to the Christmas break, which is a critical period, as this is when the pure module of A-level mathematics should be completed. After the Christmas break, as you guys know who study the AS level year, we lead into the mechanics and statistics modules. So we know that the GCSE equivalent in Scotland has been cancelled. The Education Minister here in Wales is going to make an announcement regarding the GCSE and A-levels next month, and England has yet to make any sort of announcement. Now, my guess is that GCSEs in the UK will be cancelled next year. It's anyone's guess what will happen to A-level exams. If exams do go ahead, will it be delayed further into the summer? And if they don't go ahead, will they be based on teacher predicted grades like last year? We can only assume what may happen next year, but the most important thing that you can do is stop stressing about what may happen in the future and focus on the here and now, because that's the most important thing. So keep focusing on delivering good, consistent work in your mathematics studies and stop thinking what if. Until a formal announcement is made, it's best to focus on what we can achieve now and stop planning what if scenarios in your head. In summary, for the next 2 weeks of restrictions, keep on top of your math studies, stay physically and mentally healthy, and focus on the here and now. Who knows, maybe after the next 2 weeks, these restrictions won't get lifted in the UK if things don't get better. That's why learning how to study from home is such an important skill to master. So that's it from me today. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you next week.